Student, in last lecture we all have learned about the mechanism of sex determination. In that we had discussed about the chromosomal mechanism of the sex determination, as well as we have learned the non-chromosomal mechanism also. In that we had discussed how the hormones as well as your varying environment, or you can say the temperature, is influencing the sex. Now after that studies, we will be learning about the bar bodies and Lyon's hypothesis. May anyone know what is the bar body? Yes, have you ever heard the term bar body?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll discuss it in detail today. So, Murray, Barr, and Leon, they found that something is getting darkly stained into the nucleus of all the female nerve cells. So they did they particularly this particular experiment into the female cat, and they found in the periphery of nucleus some dark bodies are there. And as they have discovered by the bar, so in the owner of the bar, these bodies are called as the bar body. It is found that in all female cats something is present which is darkly stained in this way in the periphery of the nucleus. See, exactly like that only it has been observed. So, what is after that? What they did, they took the male cat and they observed this thing is absent. So, after studies, they found this is nothing but the condensed X chromosome. Can anyone think why this X chromosome has been condensed in the case of female only? Yes. Why X chromosome are condensed in the female but not in the male? Fast. Think about it. How many X chromosome females have?
Two.
So,
Two.
what could be the reason? Can you relate now? Now, see the double dose, or you can say the presence of two X chromosome may cause the double protein formation or double concentration, right? Because in the other gender, or you can say male, only one X chromosome is present. So to keep only one X chromosome functional, the another X chromosome is inactivated and it is condensed. So this inactivated chromosome is very well observed into the microscope. So see, this inactivation is done at the time of the embryonic development only. Why in the embryonic development? Because later it is not possible. So number of bar body is one less than the number of X chromosome. Why I am telling one less than X chromosome? Because in some females, those who have more than X chromosome, like Klinefelter syndrome, you will observe the XXY is there, and then in the case of the Turner syndrome, X0 is present. So in that particular time, the bar body will express will this particular thing will say that the female is normal or not. And if the female is having 3X chromosome, that time in that particular female they will show the two bar bodies. Are you getting me? That means the number of bar body is one less than number of X chromosome. So bar body test, this was introduced in 1966 into the Olympic Games as attempt to detect male athletes suppose trying to pass female to gain competitive advantages, because the male, if they will do competition with male, so they have the more and more difficult competition as compared to female. So they used to hide their identity. So for testing the gender, this bar body test was introduced in 1966 into the Olympic game. In forensic science also it is used to determine whether, suppose if they have got the deceased individual, and it is really not possible to check the morphology of that particular individual and identify its gender, maybe the body is totally decayed or something. So that particular time also bar body test can be used to identify whether it is the body of male or female. Now, another scientist, Leons, he has given the hypothesis about the inactivation of the one X chromosome. He said in the early embryonic development only matlab after I guess 16th day of gestation only the bar body is been formed. Whatever particular X chromosome it becomes inactivated, and it is a very random process. मतलब क्या हो रहा है in see at the time of the embryonic development they have two X chromosome. One is shown with the cyan blue color and one is some violet type blue color. So randomly after 16th day what is going to be happen, one X chromosome will be inactivated. So one X chromosome we all know is this female has opt from the mummy and one is been opt from the papa. So for that particular reason, what is going to be happen, this female they will show the random genes. Understood? They will not have the complete X genes. Like this is the main reason that female, we all are going to learn in detail about the sex linked inheritance, that female becomes carrier, they do not become the matlab they do not get disease in the case of getting the D4 matlab, whatever defective gene from or defective chromosome from their parent. Understood? So this X chromosome has genes which determining femaleness, as well as they are responsible for other phenomenon characters. So this female, due to the presence of two X chromosome, they will be having the double dose of enzyme, right? Because two genes are there, so two both the genes will form. So to avoid all this thing, to compensate all this thing, to compensate this double dosage of X chromosome expression, one X chromosome get inactivated metabolically as inactive bar body, and femaleness they inherit only and only one X chromosome from mother and from one from the father. So this inactivation is very much random. In few cells, mother's X chromosome will get inactivated. In few cells, the father. This female cells means they become mosaic. Why mosaic? Means somewhere they will be having father's gene, somewhere they will having the mother's gene. So this is observed in the coat color of the Persian calico cat. They observe the X-linked genes for black and yellow fur. So because of this random inactivation, you will observe that the black color is expressed in some cells and some cells you will observe the orange color, and wherever they will be expressing the father's X, so they will be showing the father's coat color, that is black, and somewhere they will be showing the mother. In the case of the human, we have learned the polygenic inheritance, right? The skin color. So if the father is dark and mother is very fair, so that time the offspring may opt for the intermediate because they have the polygenic inheritance. So this is all about the Lyon's hypothesis and the dosage compensation, we can say. Now we will be talking about the sex-linked inheritance in detail. What we have learned in the case of the pedigree, we have seen that the four Mendelian characters are observed into the human. Actually, Mendel has suggested dominant and recessive only, but we have learned that in the case of the human, they have one non-homologous region. That non-homologous region, they do not express or they do not compensate forming the gene. So for that particular reason, that X part, which is much longer, they have certain genes. They are expressed as recessive in case of the female, and male member they are dominant. Sorry, they are hemizygous. They have only one X gene. So at that time they do not able to matlab suppress that particular character, and they become they become affected of that. So the genes present on the non-homologous part of the sex chromosome, they particularly determine the character other than the sex of an individual. So this particular gene, now see, these genes, they are not related to the sex, or you can say simply gender. So this pattern of inheritance will called as the sex-linked inheritance. So these genes, if they are present on the X chromosome, they will cause the X-linked inheritance, and these genes are called as the X-linked genes, which are responsible for eye color as well as the hemophilia and many things. In the case of the male also have a small tilted part of the Y chromosome. So that particular gene, Y genes, are called as the Hollandric genes. They also possess some characters. That particular trait will be called as the Y trait or Y-linked inheritance. So first we will talk about the X-linked inheritance. In the case of the X-linked inheritance, in the pedigree we have already learned how to read this particular chart. Here I have shown the colorblind father and the female. Female is absolutely normal. She is not carrier. I have shown the carrier female with the purple this circle. So now here, when this female, okay, marries with the colorblind male, so it is observed that she gave birth to absolutely normal male. Now female is only giving X to the Y chromosome, sorry, X to the son. So for that particular reason, no trait, nothing problem will be observed. But this girl will become the carrier. Now this carrier woman, if she married, now this female gave birth to two daughters, will study both the cases. If one girl, she married to the normal male, so she got one child who is affected. Why? Because this particular son, or you can say, they have 50% probability to give disease to their मतलब sons. तो यहाँ पर one son who got the X link gene, which is having the you can say she was heterozygous, right? She was having XCX. Let me show you here. Now what was her genotype? Now we can see the phenotype. Phenotype is carrier. She is absolutely normal. So say she was having genotype XCX, मतलब she got one X from the mother, which was absolutely normal, and one which was having the defective gene. So when she passes this defective gene to the son, so the son got the color blindness, and when she passes the normal wala gene, so that particular time you observe the son is normal. Same way daughters. So of course daughters, they are getting one X chromosome from father, so they are at the safer side. So both the cases, daughter can just become the carrier but will not get the disease. But now unfortunately, this second daughter who was carrier, she married to the man who was the मतलब who was having the color blindness, or who you can say who was affected. So definitely her genotype was XCX. Oh god, XC, let it be. XC and X was her genotype. So what happened? Now she can give XC to one of the son, okay, and Y, and one son will get XC, normal X and normal Y. He became normal. Now, girl, definitely they will get one X chromosome from father. So, father's genotype was XCY. That's why father is showing the disease, right? So, father will now, both the girl will receive one XC from the father. This will also receive, and this girl will also receive. Okay. Now, this girl fortunately received the normal chromosome, that is the normal X chromosome, but unfortunately, this particular girl, she received the defective chromosome. So, this is the only case. If the carrier woman, she married to the color blind son. That time and only that time the girl will show the trait. So this is a very rare case. Now again, this we will see both the daughters case, or you can say that colorblind daughter's case we will study. This colorblind daughter, she married to the normal man. So after that she is having chance to matlab now see, if she is colorblind, that means she is having XC and XC. So she don't have any option to give the normal chromosome to the son. So in that case, 100% son will be affected. And fortunately, she married to the male who was not the color blind, who was normal. So that particular case, both the daughters are at safe side. Means all the daughter they will be at safe side. They will get the normal genotype. Now here she married to the color blind person, so 100% progeny will be the color blind only. So these are the various cases. So we'll just see what would be the genotype. Here I have shown the disease with the small c and normal with the capital C. So now here you can see the male is normal and he married to the female who is carrier. So in that case, this particular combination, that means X capital C will give normal daughter. Now X capital C combines with the Y normal son. X capital C small c, she is going to be the carrier and this is going to be the color blind. So this is all about the color blindness. Now see what is the color blindness, the disease we are studying in detail. It is the disease in which the individual who's suffering from color blindness cannot distinguish between the red and green colors properly. So in some individual they just get the problem with the red color, some individual they just get problem with the green color. Now what happened whenever they are observing the red color or the green color, so they will just see a gray shadow of that, they will not able to identify that particular color. Now why this is happening, in our eye retina we have the special type of cones for each color. So the individual, those who have the red color blindness, they will not form the red color cones, and that particular situation is known as the protonopia. Protonopia, protonopia. Some individual, they are not able to distinguish between the green color and gray color. That particular situation is known as the deuteranopia. So we all have learned that it is a recessive. There is a recessive gene for the color blindness, and it prevents the proper formation of color sensitive cone cells into the retina of eye, which is very necessary for identification of red and green color. So these cone cells, they secrete the special type of iodopsin, and these iodopsin are very important for the normal vision, but in some case they are not formed, especially X-linked recessive gene if it is not present. Now see the individual, those who are carrier, they will have the less number of iodopsin. Okay, so this is all about the color blindness. We'll talk about the next step of inheritance. This inheritance is observed in the case of the royal family. So that's why it is also called as the royal disease. Hemophilia, it is caused due to the X-linked recessive gene which is present on the non-homologous part. Now see, if it is present on the non-homologous part, that time only it is going to be called as the X-linked inheritance. So this is also known as the bleeder's disease because it is related to blood, and it is also called as a royal disease. In that, what happen if the person has got any type of wound, so it takes long time for the clotting of blood. It may be fatal due to the excessive blood loss. Even a minor injury, a small injury. Now see, sometimes while cutting the onion and all, if our hand get cut, we do not see also, we just clean the finger and we continue our work. But in the case of the hemophilia, that hemophilic person's blood will just not clot and it will take long time. This is due to the deficiency of the clotting factor 8. Now we have learned the mechanism of clotting in detail in 12th standard. In that we have seen there are various factors. So these various factors are responsible for the formation of the clot, out of which the factor 8 is responsible for the royal hemophilia. There are various other hemophilia also, but those are not X-linked, so we will not consider, and we will not. Christmas hemophilia is there, many other type of hemophilia are there. We are not going to discuss in detail about those because that is not related to the X-linked inheritance. X-linked inheritance is only and only affected with the factor 8, and this is observed into the Queen Victoria of England, and it was found that she was carrier of this disorder. So now see, it is first found in her. So she is going to be called as the proband. You all remember I told you the disease, if it is found first time into any individual, so that particular thing will be called as the proband. So she was not the proband; she was a carrier. Her one of her son Leopold, he died at the age of 30 only. He was found having that particular disease, so he was the proband. Now, why and how he died? Sometime it happens they are very much pampered now, because of that only he could live till the age of 30. At the age of 30 he got an injury, and after that it was found that there was excessive bleeding and his blood was not at all clotted and he died. Two of her daughter, they transmitted this order to the Russian and German and Spanish royal families after their marriages. So they were found carriers. That's why it was very much common in the royal family only. They were restricted to the royal family. It was found that it is the present in all the royal family later on because they were having the marriages in between. So that disease was named as royal disease in his, or you can say in the beginning it was just called as the royal disease, but later on it was studied that it is the X-linked recessive disorder and it is called as the hemophilia. It is very much common in male and it was very very rarely seen into the female, because I have shown you one detailed pedigree of the color blindness in which we have seen that it is very very uncommon to have the female that particular disease, and in that there is a condition that the female is carrier and the male is having the disease. That particular time only there is a chance that it will go, this disease will be found in the case of the female. So hemophilia is very much common in the male due to their hemizygous condition. Now, when we talk about crosses, so suppose the father is normal and mother is carrier. So that particular time, it has been observed that 50% their children will have, or sorry, 50% of the son will have the disease, and the 50% daughter will become the hemophilic carrier. Now, suppose I taken one example that this process been done. That means in which the female is carrier, she is carrier. Okay, this female is carrier. Now, capital H I am using here. I will write the CA because it is very difficult for me to write with this pointer. Now, capital H is a normal gene, and small h is the gene which is showing the affected. Now, male is normal. Okay, so that particular time you will observe that the female one, she is normal and she got the carrier gene. So this is going to be normal female, and this female क्या हो गया, कहाँ चला गया? Okay, this female is normal and she is the carrier one. Okay, अब यहाँ पर what is this two female, there is a probability to have the 50% female in the progeny. So at that particular time you will observe 50% female are normal and 50% female are carrier. At the same time this son Now, in the case of sun, there is no carrier phenomena. So, all the 50% of the sun will be normal. The sun will be normal, and this sun will be affected. So, what would be the phenotype? Phenotype is 50% of the daughter will be normal. 50% daughter of the family, they will be, yeah, 50% daughter will be carrier and 50% daughter will be absolutely normal. That means they will carry both the good genes only, and 50% sons will have chances of the hemophilia, and 50% sons will be absolutely normal. Now we will be talking about the X Y linked inheritance. Now there is no crisscross pattern. It is a very senior, matlab, it is going to be a very linear line. Why linear? Because why, definitely there is no chance of transmitting the Y gene to the son. So all the son in the pedigree will be affected. You can see. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, here sons are not affected. So see very carefully that this is the daughter's generation. Okay, this daughter has married to the normal male, so that's why there is no son is affected. I have taken example of hypertrichosis pinearis. Now see, hypertrichosis matlab having the excessive hair, but when it is related to pinearis matlab hairs on the ear. So you will never observe one girl is having a hypertrichosis pineal. They will always have the normal. This disease will be very much related to the males only, because these particular genes are present on the non-homologous part of the Y chromosome, Y-linked gene, or you can also call that as the Hollandric gene. So always remember, such Hollandric genes are absent in the case of the female. They are transmitted from the father to the son by direct pattern of inheritance. Example, I have just given the presence of hairy pinna. Now this is going to show a very straight line. So this is all about your sex linked inheritance. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes. If you don't have any doubt, we can go ahead and we will talk about the sex limited genes. Sex limited and sex influence will continue in the next lecture. Yes, students, any doubts you will have?
मैम वो जो लास्ट वाला स्लाइड आपने बताई थी ना, वो बताइए ना एक बार.
Just a minute.